There is no such thing as a lazy person. He is either sick or uninspired. Zig Ziglar. When I think back to everything I've accomplished so far in my life, I realize that none of it would have been possible without laziness. Let me explain. Starting from my young teens up until about 2 years ago, I worked at dozens of restaurants, and this ranged from working at the priciest, highest rated places in my city to just the regular burger joints. And every single one of these jobs I absolutely loathed. I was easily the laziest worker at all of these restaurants, and that was vividly displayed on all of my coworkers' resentful faces towards me. I was the guy that everyone talked shit about when I wasn't working or when I had my back turned because of how awful of a worker I was. And because I was constantly in an environment that I loathed, I told myself this just must be the person that I am. I am someone who is unmotivated, uninspired, and lazy. This mindset spilled into other areas of my life, and I saw no progress financially, mentally, or spiritually. As a result, every time I would get home from work, I'd start being lazy as hell, but not the right type of laziness that makes you more creative, happy, and successful. Finally, in May of 2018, I quit my most recent restaurant job, which was working as a busser at a country club, and I never looked back. I said to myself, that's it. I'm never going to work in another restaurant again. Shortly after this, I started to take my brand and business online a lot more seriously, and I found myself having more energy and creativity throughout the day. Every day when I'd get home from my classes in college, I'd work on my next YouTube video. My work ethic and my drive for life increased dramatically. I thought to myself, how am I capable of doing this much work? Where had my laziness gone? I just wasn't doing what I was truly meant to do, and I was letting distractions and not true, useful laziness take up my free time. You're not actually a lazy person. You're just surrounding yourself with activities, hobbies, and jobs that aren't actually aligned with what you want to do in life. And you're using your downtime or free time in all the wrong ways. Now, I believe that every human being has a gift, a passion that lights their fire more than anything else. It's just that the type of society in which we live in traps you and sucks your creative life force out of you through several different outlets. Now, in my personal experience, there are two main culprits to the life force sucking that I am describing here. These two things will decide if you actually find your passion, pursue it, and make a living out of your creative gift, or if you will stay complacent, tired, and unmotivated until you retire and die. So what are these two things? Well, I've already gone over one of them, and that is not using your laziness as an indication that you're not doing what you're truly meant to do in this life. And number two is that you're not doing the optimal lazy things. So let me explain. Again, going back to the original quote, which I presented at the start of this video, the reason you feel so inspired is because of what you're consuming and what you're surrounding yourself with. Here's what most people do when they have the opportunity to be lazy. They whip out their phones and they consume mindlessly. Other people's opinions, negative energy, and Instagram filters swallow any chance we have to take even a second to be alone with our thoughts. What this has created are recent generations more lost than ever, more judgmental than ever, and more unfulfilled than ever. Listen, I'm not trying to blame all your problems on using your phone and watching a few YouTube videos every once in a while, because to be completely transparent, I do those things every single day. But what I am saying is that a huge part of the reason why you feel drained all the time and that you can never tap into your creative energy, which all of us inherently have, is because you're not spending your free time in more natural ways more frequently. And frankly, I bet a lot of you out there watching this video are scared of the thought of being alone with nothing to do. But most of the time what I've found is that the thing that you're most afraid to do will provide the deepest amount of introspection. When you're presented with a state of boredom, when you have free time, nothing to do yourself a favor and genuinely be bored. Daydream more. Daydream is the key to unlocking your creative power that is within you. It's where you can figure things out about your life, about your problems, and where you're actually trying to go. In order to truly know yourself, and therefore know what your creative gift is, you have to let your mind wander and give it new experiences. I just know that most of you out there don't even give your mind 1 second to breathe. It's like every time we get an ounce of free time, we resort immediately to stimulation and not reflection. I truthfully do believe that all great, successful ideas, knowing what you're meant to do on this life to be successful and to be the person that you're truly meant to be, starts with you being lazy and doing these things that don't take up your free time in a negative way. And there are plenty of other ways to do this other than just daydreaming, and I think that in order to really maximize this effect, you do have to apply these other optimal lazy things, as I call them. So here are some of the other ways I suggest trying to apply to your downtime. Walking, which I've already made a whole video on, is a great way to be lazy while still getting something out of it, because it allows for that time with our thoughts and to daydream. Meditation is another excellent way to spend your free time and one of the best ways to increase self-awareness. And even doodling has been shown to strengthen the parts of the brain that enhance creativity and improve your mood. There's something that I believe exists in this universe, which I like to call the creative void. It is where all incredible ideas and thoughts arise from nothing. It is how the unmanifested gets to the manifested. If you were to ask the most successful people who came up with the most innovative ideas how they got those innovative ideas out of them, I bet that 99% of them would not be able to fully explain it. And I believe that it is because they were able to tap into this insensible creative void. And this is something that I believe every person has to learn how to tap into frequently if they want to be fulfilled and successful. And the creative void becomes more accessible when you start to do the optimal lazy things. Through the practices that I outlined here in this video, along with the plethora of other ones that I outlined in my self-help book that just came out today, you can finally achieve that mindset and lifestyle that breeds more and more creativity and fulfillment with each day. That's right, if you're watching this video, it means that my full-length self-help book, The Middle Way: How to Strategically Use Laziness to Enhance Your Creative Power, is finally out. In this book, I go over every single mindset, philosophy, and habit that I've picked up over the years to get to the point where I can be consistently creative and live the life that I truly want and deserve, and that everyone deserves. It's a culmination of every self-help practice, philosophy, and mindset that I've applied over the years, and I put it all into one book. If you are interested, the link is going to be in my description. There is a paperback version and there is a digital download version available on my site. It's also available on Amazon if that's easier for you. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's finally out. This is like the biggest project ever for me, and it's the one that makes me the most proud. I really hope that you guys check it out. If you're interested in improving your life and enhancing your creativity and becoming successful through doing the optimal lazy things, really consider go checking it out. Link in my description. Thank you guys so much, and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, but that is going to be it. Hope you guys go check it out. Thank you so much for the continued support, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.